Man, you're fast. I just started. Um, yeah, when people talk about the clues in the poem, there's two omegas. The two omegas is kind of telling you that other things repeat. Um, you kind of have the two omegas is two lives. He should have maybe died when he got shot down. So it's but in the field, the two omegas are two big mammoth heads right next to each other. And then Moses is there, and Moses is the blaze. This is where the Ten Commandments were blazed into the rock. And Salazar, he's the omnipotent guru. That's what Forrest says. He calls him some kind of omnipotent religious guru. So Salazar knew where Moses was, where Moses got the Ten Commandments, and Salazar's dead, so Forrest can keep that secret now. He didn't have to tell you that, but because he knew and that's the blaze, where Moses is there, and but there's other blazes. Each of the drawings is a blaze. It's blazed on, in the rocks and in nature. It's finding the art in nature. I watch them other people today, and Forrest needs to. I mean, if he sent it to the Library of Congress and they didn't put it in there, then I think if he sends a copy of the 3 books to Mr. Trump, he'll put them all in his presidential library. You know what I mean? So, Forrest tell him the story of his, Vietnam in his introduction letter, sending them into him, and he probably send him all his books, and they'll all be in the Trump library or something. I'm sure he'd put them there. He's not going to silence Forrest like the other departments. And when he said that they sent him to the dispersal unit, well, they didn't dispose of him. Maybe they probably put him in some other library, or they distribute it give it to a congressman or a senator or something. You know what I mean? So who knows where it goes? But it probably goes in another library somewhere. They don't just go burn them. Throw it in the trash. No, that doesn't happen. Maybe they give it to some foreign ambassador. But the drawings are blazes, each of them. But so there's blazes and there's the blaze. And oh yes, I laugh at all the attention I get. So anyhow, so I don't know why I tell a lot of you people out there, because nobody seems to really give a crap. So, but the other day I was up searching, and on the way down I saw something that I need to go back and check. Another thing I saw there that is I'm not going to tell you how amazing it is. It's amazing. Has to do with the beginning of the chase. There's something at the end of the chase relates to the beginning of the chase, and they're nowhere near each other. But it's the return route to the beginning. Kind of thing. Yeah. Nobody's, truth is stranger than fiction. That's why nobody believes me, because it's the truth. And there's Moses, And I was up on top of him. I looked down to the bottom of the cliff where he was and all that. You got to go at, okay, where was he looking at him from, too, you know? So he's under the feet from where he was viewing it, and you're not going to be able to do that without scaling a 500-foot cliff. You know, you're going to have some climbing gear, and there ain't much on top to tie yourself to. So, but you could. There are some trees up there if you had enough rope and all that, and we're a good knot tire. You don't want to tie a bad knot. Not when you're hanging on the side of a 500-foot cliff. No. Yeah. But, yeah, you could rappel down there and visit Moses. Those ancient people, I think there's kind of a sketchy pathway that's kind of a ledge in places. And when you're on top of the cliff, you can't see what's just over the edge and up underneath you. You know, it's really hard to... And the chance of the dog running off the cliff was like, oh, nope, stay away from the cliff. I couldn't imagine that, man. Dog flying off of there. Ooh. You'd almost, you know, if I don't hear a peep from him, well, I don't want to see it, man. You know, because... But if the dog's crying and stuff, yeah, you'd have to go help your dog. But I wouldn't want to... Oh, that'd be terrible. Lose the dog off there. I was driving home last night. When you're passing through a little small town and it says 35 miles an hour, you do 35 miles an hour. You don't do 65 through the town. People got little dogs and stuff that might have gotten out and loose. I pulled a dead puppy off the road yesterday. Last night I pulled it off the highway right coming out of town, and there's a little fuzzy, soft, black, long fur on this puppy. And I went to, you know, after I pulled him off the road and put him well off the road where he wasn't going to get run over again, and I went to, you know, pat it on the head and, you know, kind of give him the blessing, whatever, and his head didn't feel right. I think his head got run over. So, you know, it was just a little puppy. You know, you don't leave a puppy running around outside when you live on a highway. One of the stupidest things you people... And then the lady, yeah, that's ours. I'll tell my husband. He'll come pick him up. There's no, you know... I felt bad for that little dog. To have such careless people that would let that little guy run around outside with that highway. It's right where coming into town it's 35, going out it's 65. It's right where that change is, you know. And people don't slow down. My dog got killed. I had a dog got killed that way. Somebody racing through doing 60 miles an hour in a 35 zone going through a small town. Killed my dog, you know. And they didn't stop. You know, boy. So, anyhow, take care of your animals. But, yeah, the blaze is... Yeah. Forrest Fenn blaze. You'd have to... be in Colorado. Yeah, he was in Colorado. Lip sync ships. Loose lip sync ships. Yeah. Well, I don't tell you where I was at. I talk about, you know, places, you know, Mammoth temples aren't on the map. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. The treasure is where don't go looking where a 79-year-old man can't go. But you got to go looking where an 87-year man can't go. You know what I mean? So between 79 and 87, he lost the ability to get there. So now he can't get there. So basically, it's not just a level little walk. You know what I mean? There's got to be a little climbing involved. And we don't have a mammoth to carry us over the mountain anymore. I'm not carrying you. But, so, yeah, there's more than one blaze, because when you read the poem, you follow the poem, there's a blaze there. And then when you get to the part, where he says the end is in my drawings, that's what he's really saying. The end is in my drawings. And each of these drawings, these representations of the drawings in the landscape, are also blazes. And then there's the blaze. Which of these figures in the landscape is the main blaze? That's why he told me. He said, "Oh, so you found the right place. Only there's 40 of them. There's 40 blazes. Which one is the blaze? There's the one with the treasure. Okay, but you got to pick it out of all the others. That's why I did the hat trick game and stuff. Oh, I got to do that again. What's today? Wednesday? I got dog fur in my mouth. Ah. Okay. Yeah, my dog sheds a lot. There's fur all over this place. What force else is in the same area? Loose. What if someone else is in? Nobody knows the soft spot I'm looking. It's a. And then they got to have the same thing in their head of where to go look. If I told somebody where that Forrest Fenn totem was and stuff, somebody would go there and it'd be a year before they caught up with me. There's a lot of searching to do. And you get, the totem is in one place, the Biddy's Boys in another place, the Alpha Omega's another spot, and and each of these spots you got a lot of area to search. So you don't know which of these blazes is the correct one. You do what? Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to you not have to know the general location. You have to know the exact spot. Nobody's gonna know the exact spot except the omnipotent guru, according to Forrest. And when he made that omnipotent guru post, was after I sent him the picture of the rainbow that points to the totem. It was I'd sent that to him on September 3rd of 16, and he made the comment about the successes on an omnipotent guru on November 11th. So did the and my title on my job title on Facebook is Omnipotent Guru. Yeah, and I got the sign, that one picture I did with the sun behind me blocked me out. That's like supernatural. That's not, it's like, wow, that's cool. But that means it's an omnipotent guru. So, you got any questions still here? Let's see. Frank. Frank's the only one messaging. Subscriber. Bill, remember loose lip sink ships. I'm trying to find what ships got sunk with lips. Oh. Maybe an octopus sucked it down. Let's see. If you don't have the Homer Brown, you have nothing. I got the right Homer Brown, but I told you that's David Jennings Brown, but he died. It's not his home anymore. And then the gypsies are right across from his gate to the place. They're up there on the rock, big as hell, you know. And Forrest, when he says, if I told you where Brown lived, you go right to it. No, you'd only find a part of it. You'd only find that part, the gypsy part. The other parts are not there. Yeah. You might find a hint of Rich's Old there. That's that's right there says on the map in bold. It's not New Mexico. Yep, it's not New Mexico. Yeah, it's in Colorado. You know, New Mexico has these laws and all that governing, well, if you find it, Colorado doesn't have that kind of, tyrant government. You can keep it here. Even the forest cop. Oh yeah, you can keep it. If you find it, you can keep it. But I want to be your friend. Yeah. There's the people don't look at that. Toby's told you all about New Mexico and the laws there for New Mexico and all that. I go boondocking in my RV. I try to boondock in the National Forest in New Mexico, and their forest cops will chase you out of there. It's like, no, you're not allowed. This is federal land. This ain't the people's land. Colorado, I'd go 14 days at a time at each space. You just got to move. Got to keep moving on to another space. But it's got some beautiful camping. And I can camp within 4 miles of the treasure. 4 or 5 miles. It depends on where it is, But I like to go up there where I got a cell signal. Where I was making the live feed last time, I was on top of a hill that had a line of sight with the tower, so I was able to do that. But normally I'm down in the canyon and the signal doesn't get down there. So, but I was going through scratch my mustache. There. Okay, I was going through the drawings in the book and stuff, and some, if you rotate them, there's, you turn it up on end, and that little hill becomes a cliff or something, and it's so some of the pictures there might be something upside down, or twisted, and so I'm trying to look at them at every angle, because you got to use that. If you don't use your imagination, you're not going to find the treasure. People don't have the imagination it takes. They everything, oh, well, that only means this, There was a clue in Canada, and that's why he wanted Canada on the map, because there is a clue in Canada that's in the poem, one of the waypoints only, But there's a clue in Canada that would have been on the map if he included Canada on the map. So, oh yeah, I bought something on eBay. You know, I buy something on there, and when you buy it, you know, I got this stuff, and they sent a free little gadget gift with it. You know, this is real cool. The spinner, and there's lights in each of the wheels. Oh. And so you can get it to do different patterns, and yeah, that's fun in the dark though. Yeah, and now I gotta turn them off. You just click the buttons and turn them off. The guy was a master marketeer. How can the poem lead directly to the trick? He said you gotta have to look all over when you figure out where it is. You gotta look all over. He said that in one of the interviews. I'm having trouble finding it, but he did say that. The people that think you can go directly to it from the poem are you know, not thinking. You gotta find the symbols. There's symbols to it. The symbology of a special place. What makes it special is the archaeology. He loves archaeology. What he said, the guy was a master marketeer. Yeah. When he said, he said you'd go right to it. If I told you where Brown lived, you'd go right to it. That's what he said. And he was being facetious. You don't know when the man's telling a joke. He was joking. Because Brown does it. It's still, it ain't going to be on that ranch. Guarantee you, it ain't on that ranch. Because that's owned by a major corporation now. Major. I mean, the people that built Silicon Valley, Hewlett Packard, and all them buildings and stuff, all of Silicon Valley, this real estate development company, he was part of it and stuff, but somebody else, the company or something, bought it from him and his family. So, Jimmy Dean here. You got some sausage? Put some meat in it. You ever have elephant sausage? I had alligator sausage. It's not bad. Get shish kebabs. Yeah, Forrest is, he said, oh, if I told you where Brownie, you'd go right to it. Well, he was joking. That's like if you bring him a picture, I went to this place, and he'll put an X on your picture. It's right there. And he does that with everybody that shows him a picture. Oh, no. My trunk's bigger than yours, Jimmy. That sausage is made from pig, and they just got a little short snout. Yeah, everybody. What are you getting the truth? I'll probably go look again tomorrow. It's a I saw what I seen, and then I thought, well, that's odd. And I get home and aha moment, and it's like, wow, that's spectacular. Yeah, because where warm water halts is the bottom of a 1,000-foot deep hot spring. It's 1,000 feet deep. It halts 1,000 feet down. Okay. Well, I found where the cold water goes down there to get heated. That's basically what I'm at. I got to, I found one of them. A vanishing creek. It goes down the hill and it disappears. It just goes away. You know, you're following it and it just goes away. So I think that's where I got to look. The vanishing creek. You could not paddle up a creek that goes into the ground. And that water goes down there and it returns down to the earth and gets heated up and comes back up at the beginning. I've hoped to retrieve it many times, but I've learned that there's no definite, you know, you always expect that it's not going to be there. Because, and someday it will be, but when I do find it, I won't be expecting to find it. It'll be a little different from what I expected. You know what I mean? But what the places I look, I don't cross anything off. I keep all the possibilities open because you don't know, you know, something that you thought of before. And you say, no, it ain't like that. It might be like that where it really is. You just weren't in the right place to know that it was like that. 72 terabyte TIB. 7.21B. 721. Now, I should have it before February. I hoped for that last year too, but it didn't happen. But I can't, you know. But I was stuck on one formation for a year, and then I found another one and another one. I was, oh my God, there's got to be a lot more of them, and I started taking pictures of everything, and that's what got me. So, you know, that's when I found it's like, and it's just amazing. It's about because there are things that you wouldn't think, but when you look at, I could, if I colored in all the people and characters, then you would see them. You know what I mean? Or cut them out, or darken the space that isn't them. But some of the things, like the trunk of an elephant might be 10 people standing on top of each other all the way up the trunk, you know. So there's things that overlap, figures that overlap, and it's hard to how do I show the big figure with all the little figures too that are in its face and stuff. An eyeball might be the head of another creature, you know, a person. Going on? Oh, that's my parrot. He's got an old food cup on the bottom of his cage. He drags it around. Not doing much here. Okay, what else can I talk about? Any suggestion or you staying on the same path or? My solution. I mean, I've been in the same zone since September of 16, and the poem led there perfectly. And now I'm following the art, the drawings because you got to find the symbology that represents that spot. It's you know, what symbology? And he said take an omnificent guru to find it. Well, he called Leo Salazar, the guy that carved Moses, an omnificent guru because he knows where the spot is. And I found the Moses. He said, he described Moses as being flowered. Look at his Moses. and tell me where the flowers are on him. The Moses I've got, he's got a colorful robe. I can pull it up. Oh, geez. Some places. Yeah, I sent in a coin to Catalazar's. Keep modifying it, making it better and shit. But, you know, I sent one in. I think it's awesome. I'm not showing it because I don't want to interfere with the contest. You know, I can't show it to Forrest or anything because it would disqualify me maybe, you know. But look, you see, his Moses is just white. It's just wood, nothing on it, not flower. This one is flowery. He's flowery compared to the other one. You know what I mean? Look, he's got the same little hands, but he's a flowery Moses. And he was talking about Leo carving the Moses, and the wood didn't complain about being carved up. Look at the big picture. There are no what? Yeah, there's no shortcuts, Frank. I didn't mean to show that. That wasn't the final one anyhow. Where's my camera? That wasn't the final one anyhow. I don't know if I can edit that out. I didn't know that was the next slide. Yeah. Yeah, I got better ones that are... So, anyhow, I think I'll cut it short because I ain't got a lot to talk about right now. I'm going to go look again maybe one or two more times this week. I have to have a day in between that hike and my body, after I get down, I'm done. Yeah, so, but hanging out. Take it easy. Where does it stop? There it is.